fellow countrymen and women, more than 23 years ago, on exactly May 26, 1990, there was a revival of the movement for the liberation of our nation. On that day, 6 innocent souls were seized from this world through the cold-blooded murdering machine of the Biya regime. Their only crime was that they stood to demand that their voices be heard and be counted in the process of nation building. They so loved their nation that they saw no sacrifice too big to get the nation up on its legs. These 6 young men and women bore no weapons, but against them, the regime ruled out its death squad. What the death of these 6 brave young men and women echoes in our mind is the very fact that the history of our nation is not only full of cowards, traitors, imperial collaborators, prevaricators, and dilapidators of our national treasury. It is also a history of valiant men and women of honor who laid down their lives in protest against all those who violated the freedom and liberty of the people of Cameroon. History teaches us that more than a century ago, when the first European imperialistic forces drifted on the shores of the Vuri River, they were welcomed by men and women of dignity who were ready to do business as free men on their own land and not as subjects of the agents of European dominion. Let us not forget that the European imperialists waged a war against all those who resisted the establishment of European hegemony over our nation. The great King Rudolf Douala Mangabel, who organized a resistance against European imperial rule in Cameroon, was hung on August 8, 1994. If King Rudolf Douala Mangabel had been an imperialist collaborator, he would never have been hung. But he got put on the gallows of European imperialism because he resisted European imperial hegemony. Others like Martin Paul Samba, Castor Osende Afanda, Ruben Nyobe, Zacharias Abendo, Ernest Wanji, or Felix Roland Mumi are all part of the great legion of heroes who gave their lives on the altar of the liberation of our nation. Some of them were killed by European imperialists, and others were killed through proxy wars in which imperialists used local collaborators. This is part of our history that those who exploit us do not want us to know. They do not want us to know that we are also a nation of heroes. All they want to teach us is that we are a people void of any sense of patriotism. Because patriotism is when one loves his nation and is not willing to give up its freedom for anything else. Patriotism is when conscience is bent on seeing into it that justice prevails over injustice. Patriotism is when one readily holds on to the very and only place that one can validly and proudly call home without ever letting go for whatsoever reason. My fellow countrymen, my question to you today is, should we let Cameroon go? Just think about it for a moment. If we have to let Cameroon go, then where do we go to? We might not have inherited a perfect resistance movement from our forebears, but we owe it to posterity to make this movement even better and stronger, to build it into the machine that will bring total liberation and freedom to our people. If Cameroon shall ever be a truly free and democratic nation, then it is the responsibility of our present generation to do so, make it happen. I have great faith in the capacity of this present generation to stand up to its historic responsibility, which is the total transforming of our nation into the most liberally democratic society ever in the history of mankind. A society in which the rights of every of its members will be respected and fully upheld by a judicial system that will be fully independent and transparent. A society in which the judges will not seek the validation of the prince, but will render justice in accordance with the national conscience. My faith in this generation of Cameroonians is rooted in the fact that, more than previous generations, we have been blessed with access to modern instruments of information technology that permits us to attain mass sensitization within a matter of no time. We know how perilous impediments to communication can negatively affect the efforts of mass mobilization. No effort is too small, No group should be discounted ahead of the daunting task that is righteously burdened upon this generation. To my fellow countrymen who, like myself, are part of the diaspora community that is yearning without cease to the day that we will make it back home within the run of the home-based militant troops, I call on you to engage and exercise all your efforts in patience while dealing with news about the actions of our fellow brothers in arms back home. Let us understand that we would never be able to see things in the same manner as those who are back home. Let us never be quick to judge in condemnation their every steps. Let us encourage, advise, and support with whatever means possible and available. We of the diaspora should understand that even if we have multiple citizenship, it can never cancel out the fact that we are children of one native land. Cameroon is and will forever be our fatherland, and that of our offspring too. We are all witnesses of the recent electoral masquerade that has taken place in the name of legislative and municipal elections. We do not recognize such travesty to the conscience of the Cameroonian people. We call on all those so-called elected members to boycott participation in these repressive institutions. Anybody who participates in the perpetration of this masquerade is to be considered a betrayer to the cause. We already have some opposition leaders condemning this electoral fraud machine that was rolled out by the Biya regime. We encourage them to man up this time and boycott participation in the establishment system. The only reason that can conceivably justify participation in this present establishment is personal gains. Those who claim that it is a moral obligation to participate in the shenanigans of this despotic system that has barricaded our freedoms and liberties should explain to us, the people of Cameroon, why they think that they can make a difference this time around. We do not trust any members of the so-called opposition who takes a seat on the Biya dining table, be it in the Senate, National Assembly, or local councils, more than we trust the Biya regime itself. They are both sides of the same coin. These unscrupulous members of the opposition too are responsible for the predicament of the people of Cameroon. I do not mean all of them. Some of them got involved in good faith, thinking that they could change the regime from within. We clearly understand them. However, there comes a moment in the history of a movement when good faith ceases to be an excuse for wrongdoing. For the movement for social change, civil liberties, and justice in Cameroon, the moment is now. The moment when we no longer give a blank check to our leaders based on their good faith. We need leaders who are willing to take the bold steps that are needed to keep the fire under this regime. We need no more distraction with the Senate, National Assembly, or local council that benefits only those who are its members and not the Cameroonian people that it was meant to serve. Let us all join our voices to tell these people to get out of the evil system, or we will get them out of the way. We may have been naive, but we were never stupid. Maybe we were naive to think that we could change this regime from within, but never stupid to think that we could change the regime by becoming part of the regime. Today, to many Cameroonians, the opposition is no longer the solution. It has become part of the problem. To my fellow countrymen and women who seem to be losing hope and faith in the movement for freedom and change in Cameroon, I have one message for you. Do not give up. Those who stand against the interests of the people may be heard more. It is because they have the louder voice. But I stand here to guarantee you one thing: we are still the majority. The next few months and years will be determinant in the long history for change and social justice in Cameroon. We cannot allow others to write that history for us. We have to get to work so that when the history is written, it shall be the authentic history of the restoration of the pride and dignity of Cameroon. Let's get to work. God bless Cameroon.